brave boy. He is only 9 years old. He is living with cancer, which is gradually taking over his whole body. Bailey has long since stopped being a child and has become a real wise adult. He is struggling and hanging on for dear life to meet his little sister. Baby Millie was born when Bailey was just days away from death. Bailey had been battling cancer for 15 months. He went into the hospital because of a virus, but it turned out to be much more complicated than that. He had cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which was rapidly and actively progressing. He was in a lot of pain that day. We thought it was a virus or something else when my son started screaming in pain. They rushed him to the hospital. Then everything was like a fog, his father recalls. They started treatment right away. After a while the boy was even able to go back to school. Everything was going well. The doctors talked about a full recovery. A few months later, the doctors saw on an MRI scan that the cancer was returning. They started chemotherapy again. The situation repeated itself. The doctor said the chances were getting smaller and smaller. Time after time the cancer had already returned several times after courses of aggressive chemotherapy. On the third time, he told his parents that the next time, if any, would be the last. There was nothing more that could be done. Another checkup showed that Bailey already had stage IV cancer. Now it was definitely the end. We told him that. Bailey broke down. I could see he was terrified, but he understood everything, his mother recalled. Now he made it his goal to meet his little sister. His mother was expecting a baby at the time, and the thought kept Bailey busy. He didn't want to leave until he saw her. His parents were terribly depressed. They were glad that Bailey was at least home for a few days. Then he had to go back to the hospital. It was a difficult time for his mother Rachel, who was expecting a baby. He came up with a baby girl's own name Millie. And Bailey waited for his baby sister. He even started taking care of her, changing diapers, rocking her, singing to her. He did all the things a loving older brother should do. The boy was getting worse. He could hardly sleep. I wanted to see my sister, and I saw her. Now I can go out of my life in peace. My mother says there is no pain and suffering there. That's where I rest, Bailey said. Doctors were still trying to relieve him, but the cancer had reached his brain. Transferred to hospice care, Bailey was no longer responding to anything. It was obvious he was passing away. His parents sat by his bedside for hours. The child was on pain medication, but he was suffering. His mother said, "Bailey, that's it. Stop agonizing, stop," and she hugged him. Soon he did stop. Bailey said we only had 20 minutes to cry. Then we had to take care of Millie and Riley, his little brother, the mother recalled with a smile.